Welcome to Girl Dad Podcast. I am Scott O'Neill. I'm here with the amazing
Lexi O'Neill,
my daughter. We're going to talk a little sports, a little girl dad, and quite a bit about change.
Indeed.
First, we're going to start with our top 5 favorite arenas and stadiums. You go.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I feel like you should go first because you might spark some ideas.
Okay. Number 1, of course, the world's most famous arena.
Of course.
Madison Square Garden. Number 2 might surprise you, the Palestra in Philadelphia.
Oh,
I think it's kind of the Madison Square Garden of college arenas. It's in Philadelphia. It's on University of Pennsylvania campus, and it is something just special about it.
It's gorgeous. The girls and I were just there last week to watch Trey's game.
Number 3, Villa Park, Aston Villa. Shout out to my good friend Chris Heck. I was just there. I absolutely loved it. It was old school. It was spectacular. Number 4, I'm going Fenway Park.
Oh,
taking you up to Boston.
One.
Yankee fans, you won't be happy, but it is one of the great kind of places to go watch a game and see a game.
Yeah, Fenway's a really good one.
And I'm going to stay in baseball, and I'm going to say Wrigley Field in Chicago. So those are my 5. I've got Madison Square Garden. I have the Palestra. I have Villa Park, Fenway Park, and Wrigley Field.
Okay, love it. I can't believe CBP didn't make it on there, though.
No, it wasn't even in my top 10.
That's
In fact,
crazy.
Most of the listeners won't even know what that is. That's how special that stadium is.
That is insane. No, okay, those are good ones, though. Okay, my top 5, MSG, of course.
Madison Square Garden, the Mecca.
The most famous place in the world. Wait, the world's
most famous arena, but we are so close. Okay, what's number 2?
Okay, number 2, Anfield.
Anfield, of course.
Incredible.
Where, of course, Liverpool Football Club plays.
Yes, love it. The environment there is just insane. Like, literally insane. I love it. Maybe it's just because it was my first, soccer stadium I've been
football,
to.
I think Premier League is an experience that every North American sports fan should go experience at least once in their life.
Oh, my gosh.
It's
puts
different.
all other sports games to shame. Everyone's singing with their hearts out, their entire heart, body, and spirit.
They don't put them to shame. It's a wonderful sporting experience that everybody should see. What's number 3?
Okay, MSG,
Anfield,
Citizens Bank Park. Duh. That's actually number 1.
For those of you scoring
that's
at
for
home,
sure
that's the
1.
home of the Philadelphia Phillies, her favorite team.
The most amazing. MSG may be the world's most famous arena. CBP is the world's most loved arena.
Stadium. Okay, number 4.
I'm dead. Okay, number 4, Fenway. Fenway for sure. It's just beautiful. Number 5, I would say, what's the name of the Cardinals arena?
This is unbelievable.
Because it's the first place I saw the Eras Tour.
Oh, yes. You mean out in Arizona?
Is it Glendale?
Glendale, yes.
Okay. Yeah. So Glendale.
Okay.
Whatever that arena is, because my life was changed.
Oh my goodness.
Changed there. I don't even want to sound dramatic when I say this. The Eras Tour changed my life.
That did not sound dramatic.
Seriously, it is an experience that I wish every single person on the planet got to experience, because not only is it the greatest ever, Taylor doing what she's amazing at, but it's the experience. It's that everyone's trading friendship bracelets with each other and everyone's talking to every single person there.
Now, how many of these once in a lifetime experiences did you have over the course of this tour?
Let's see. Okay, opening weekend, Glendale. Philly for Mother's Day, because it was the one thing Mom wanted for Mother's Day was Eras Tour, obviously. Best Swiftie around. Philly, Paris was awesome. LA, and Toronto. So I actually went to the Eras Tour in 3 different countries. So that's pretty crazy.
Yes, it sure is.
I'm very lucky.
I went once. I funded the other 4. I sure did. No. I'm
so
awesome.
Much.
Yeah.
How can I ever repay you?
I don't think you actually ever will be able to. It's a bit of a pricey experience, but nonetheless, I kept being told that it was a once in a lifetime experience by you and your mother. So who's also
Mom
been to 5
is sitting
times.
behind the camera right now, just dying, literally dying.
No, I will tell you, having gone once, it is a special experience. In fact, when we went in Philadelphia, I think there were 30,000 people outside the stadium just to sing and hear the music. It's a revolution. I think Taylor Swift is a genius.
Absolutely. Obviously, there's never been anything like this ever. But what's the closest thing that you experienced? Was it Woodstock?
Well, I went to Woodstock too. I'm not old enough for the original Woodstock. I went with your mom up to Woodstock
When
too.
was the original one?
Oh my goodness. Okay, let's move on. Was there another story you were following?
Oh my gosh.
Maybe having to do with your father.
Number one story in sports and in the world this week. LIV Golf has a new CEO, Scott O'Neil, everyone.
It is. Okay.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
Well,
big golfer.
I'm not much of a golfer.
Yet?
Well, they wanted to do a photo shoot, and I suggested we do it in the rough. Because that's where I spend most of my time.
That's so funny.
No, it wasn't that funny.
Is that why you did it outside, like around the house?
Just in the rough. Yeah. Yeah, I donate dozens of balls every time I play to the water gods, etc.
You're a giver.
But I think I'll pick the game up pretty well. I do love challenges. I think LIV Golf it's a disruptor. You know,
For sure.
It's caused a bit of chaos in the golf world, and I think there's such an opportunity to get and grow this game. And so if we can put LIV Golf and do what we do at a world-class level, if we innovate, if we think really differently, we'll continue to do what's in the best interest of golf, which is grow this game and get more people exposed all around the world. It's a really, really exciting challenge.
No, completely. And like you've said to us before, it's so crazy because golf is the game that everyone plays, that all the athletes of other sports play, that all the singers play, all my friends play golf. Like everyone plays golf. Like
I've had some pretty special golf moments.
Okay, let's hear.
I played Augusta, which is really hard. It's where the Masters is played.
In Georgia.
Do you know much about golf?
No, we're about to find out. Is that in Georgia, though?
It is Georgia. Yes, it is. It's probably the most famous course in the world.
I've definitely heard of it.
And the Masters is, obviously, you know what the Masters is.
Something about the...
It's the biggest
I don't want
golf
to say
tournament. Please don't say it. It's one of the majors. There are 4 majors. And
we do not talk about the P word on here, only the L word.
So...
LIV. Wait, Dad, do it.
Oh, my goodness. So it's so I birdied the 7th hole.
Nice.
Yeah, which was really amazing.
Wait, birdie is when you get it one off of par.
One below par. Yes.
And par is what you should get it on that hole.
Right. Yes, that's what they designate. I played golf with Luke Bryan's, another fun golf, the singer.
Great golf story. Love that.
Yeah, so I have some fun golf experiences. I've played all over the world, just not very well.
Yeah, well, and you know what? There's always room for improvement.
I was asked in an interview, during the interview process, if I was a golfer, and I said, I suppose I'm a much better golfer than Adam Silver is a basketball player. And I love Adam.
That.
Adam, I hope you're not listening to this.
I love that.
I've never played basketball with Adam, but the whole point was like Adam, I think, is the greatest commissioner of all time.
Absolutely.
And sort of prove that, I don't think that he's playing pickup anytime soon, but he seems to lead at a world-class level. So that was the parallel I was trying to make.
That's amazing. I love that. It's so true. Yeah. Like, you're a business sports guy. It doesn't matter what the sport is.
Well, it's good to get back into sports. I'm really excited about it. I get to work with some old friends who I've worked with before, which is really exciting.
Wait, what are you most excited about getting back into sports?
There's something really special about the impact that sports can have in bringing people together, and that's what I'm most excited about.
Totally, I love it.
Okay, let's transition to Change. You know the song
Changing.
Do you know that? You don't know that song?
No, but I do know the song that you sing every time someone's like, "I'm gonna go change." Don't go changing
to try and please me.
Don't change the color of your hair. Right. Ooh, something.
You're killing it. Okay, you've had some change in your life recently.
Yes, indeed.
What does that look like?
Well, it looks, first off, like me getting dumped. Our former producer of this podcast. So today consisted of about 2 hours of me crying, trying to figure out how to work the microphones and the cameras and everything. But I did it. I feel like change is so scary, but it is so good. Like, I think that when I I used to consider myself as someone who doesn't do well with change. Like, even in my head, I feel like when I have like an idea in my head of exactly how something's gonna go and it changes, even if it's like I'm getting home and I'm expecting to go to the gym, but then something changes that, like it typically like stresses me out. But I think that the last year, honestly, I've gotten into like a just so much so like everything happens for a reason. Like it doesn't matter like what the change is, whether it's positive or negative. Like I think that I'm so firmly like there's a reason this is happening. Like I might not know what it is, but I know that this is how it's supposed to go.
That's great. That's a great perspective. I'm quite different. I love change. I'm a bit of a change junkie. In fact, my career, I seem to seek out opportunities where where the status quo is not valued, and that there either has to be a turnaround or a hardcore change situation, or in the case of LIV, a really early stage company that has a big mountain to climb. That is very attractive to me. I like kind of moving and shaking and kind of trying to kind of set the strategy and then get the structure in place and get the right people in the right boxes. And so that's kind of the fun part for me. I don't do well. I don't, whether I get bored or static, or I like the energy of it. So for me, I run towards it. And it took me quite a while, quite frankly, having daughters. I have 4 of this, believe it or not, three by birth and 1 by
imagine?
love. No. And so the best education for me has been seeing the world through their eyes, through Lexi's eyes, for example, and seeing how change can be difficult, and then trying to be a dad and trying to kind of listen and help her see through the other side of some of it. She's very emotional, like I am as well. So a lot of ups and downs. But I think seeing you've grown up through quite a bit of change.
For sure.
Lexi went to 3 middle schools. That's not a great dad moment, proud parent moment.
And not by choice, by the way, because we moved locations 3 different times in my middle school years.
Right, so 3 schools in 3 years, and that's a lot to deal with, and that has an impact on what you learn and how you learn, and can you ever really get settled and see friends and meet friends and get dug in. And on the other hand, I think it's been a great opportunity for you because you can walk into any room and meet people. So I think there's certainly pluses and minuses. If we had to do that one over again, we might make some different choices.
I mean, honestly, it's like it is crazy because, I mean, isn't this way with everything? Like when you look back, it all makes sense. It's all like, oh yeah, like that's why we did X, Y, and Z. But like, in the moment when my sweet angel 6th grade self is just sitting in a bathroom stall, eating lunch by myself, it was hard to see it, I mean, 2 weeks ago when I got broken up with and I'm sitting in my bed crying, like it's hard to see past that. But like hindsight, I feel like every single time it's like, yeah, like I understand. Even if you don't know why it happened, you're like, it had to happen and it made me who I am.
And any counsel for people listening on how, if you'd say, okay, here are 3 things you have to remember in a change situation, what would they be for you?
Oh, I would say everything it sounds so hard to do. Like it's so much harder in the moment, but one is just see the good. Like see what, no matter what the situation is, like what good things you can take out of it. Even if it's like one little thing.
I like that.
One tiny little, I get to go to whatever restaurant I want and order whatever I want by myself, something like, maybe that sounds depressing, but that actually sounds awesome.
I'll give a second one. I think having perspective. I think sometimes when change happens, you're so laser focused on that one point in time or that one thing you have to deal with or that one change situation. And sometimes if you take a step back and kind of survey, and in fact, get out from front of that tree and kind of take a look at the forest, get some perspective, maybe have some gratitude that comes with that perspective. I think that helps you kind of see through the next day. And what would a third be?
Yeah, I love that. Ooh, a third? I mean, I kind of already said it before, but just like remembering that everything happens for a reason. Like, even if you don't see it, there is some reason. You may not see it for 6 months. You may not see it for 5 years. You may not see it ever. But there is a reason that every single thing, every change happens,
Yes. I like that. I would just add also just move to action. It's like, you can only be sad for so long, and it's easy to say from the outside, like, hey, just get up and deal with it. But at the end of the day, it's like, life moves on. Pick yourself up and let's get going.
Completely. I feel like you need to give yourself like a little bit of time to feel it, you know, like to mourn it almost, whatever it is. Obviously my head's on breakup stuff right now. Like give yourself a little time to feel it. And then like you said, you just got to be like, all right, what's next? Like, and we're moving forward and we're going, and it's awesome.
Okay, we're moving to the final segment here called Guess the Disney Character. It's a game we've been playing since you were 4 years old.
That's so cute. It was Dad's idea to incorporate this, and I literally love it.
I've been accused of oftentimes picking the same character, which I may do today as well. We'll see. You don't know.
Wait, but I'm going to know. I already know who it is then.
Well, maybe I'll pick somebody else. No, I'm not going to pick Smee this time. Okay. Go ahead.
Wait, I'm going first?
No, I have my character.
Oh.
So you have to ask me clues.
Okay. Should we do it like we each have 5 questions?
No. Just let's go. We're just doing one.
Is it a boy?
Yes.
Is he a pirate?
No.
Is he a pirate's assistant?
No, he's not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Is he a Disney character?
Yes.
Is he animated?
Yes.
Is it Terrence?
Yes, Terrence. Terrence is one of the great Disney characters of all time. If you don't know Terrence, I want you to Google that right now. Look it out and put a little comment below and let me know. He's I think unheralded Disney character. I think he deserves his own movie and maybe a little bit more like on the shelves. And that's something that if I worked for Disney, I would highlight quite a bit.
I totally agree.
Well, this has been a great segment of Girl Dad. We appreciate you, the listeners. If you like what you heard, please hit subscribe, forward it on to your friends.
Yup.
And get out there. This is Scott and Lexi on Girl Dad Podcast. We'll see you soon.
Thank you. Bye.